Well, today seemed to be a painful day, didn't it? Today was the Dauber dog bite hearing for Dr. Marie Russell. She is so impressive. I'll tell you who wasn't impressive, and that was Hanky Panky Hank Brennan. I don't know where he came from in this, but I think that he felt he had to come out aggressively to intimidate her, and I've got news for him. She's not one to be intimidated. There's a few things that came out during this hearing. We're going to check and see on it, but the first thing that we know is we are constantly here and we are constantly. Welcome to each and every one of you. I'm Lady Zelda with Seeing Crime. Here we are again. And I think that January is going to be filled, February is going to be filled with hearings, motions, notions, emotions, all kinds of different things, commotions. A few things that made my little German Shepherd ears perk up is the fact that Hank Brennan alluded that they had Chloe and that they had some type of form from her mouth. Now, first of all, I've got to tell you this. Do I believe that it's Chloe? In my opinion, no. And while I'm right here, I'm going to give you this disclaimer and say, I am not a veterinarian. I am not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not law enforcement. I am a tarot profiler, psychic medium, and I'm here just to tell you what the cards say and give you my opinion. Basically, it's for entertainment purposes only, and as long as you all are entertained and we're talking in the comments and sharing our ideas, hey, that's fine with me. But the one thing that was pointed out was they are allegedly, supposedly, they have Chloe and they have some type of a dog mouth mold. Maybe? Sorta, kinda? Well, I've got news for Hanky Panky and the CW. Just like humans, animals get older as well. They get to a point where they're a geriatric puppy, a geriatric dog. Their mouths change. They lose teeth. Teeth move, especially in dogs, especially if they are a training dog, like Chloe was a canine dog. Is my idea, my thought, my understanding. Usually in these cases, a veterinarian will take a mold right from the beginning, and they are registered in an organization for orthopedic foundation for animals, especially if they are aggressive, so they can compare things. But the one thing that wasn't coming out so much was that Hanky was so worried about John being Irish, which I just think is ridiculous, and that some of these little marks were freckles or moles on his arms. My goodness, reaching. That he missed the idea that his arm was covered. His arm was covered. So that's going to make a difference in how the dog, I'm going to say, Chloe, in my opinion, grabbed onto his arm. But there's more things coming out. I mean, the feds came out today, all kinds of different things came out, and they filed some type of notice also about ARCA. They want all these Daubert hearings. They're trying to get these experts off of this case. I'm going to tell you, Hank Brennan was the one who spewed his idea of what this case is, and that is they feel that they believe, well, their story, I think they're related to the Brothers Grimm, if you ask me, but they believe that Karen hit Officer John O'Keefe with the Lexus. Dr. Russell was spectacular on the stand if you hadn't seen it, but without further ado, Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here. Please do me a favor, like this video. It really helps me, and it helps to get this out to others who really want to see this type of content. And let's get started. Now, we've got some foundation cards here. We've got House of Zelda, Thelema Lenormand, and Kipper. We have some supporting decks of the Mythic Tarot and the Fire Element. I'm going to tell you, I just keep seeing Attorney Robert Alessi in action. And I knew he was going to be a force to be reckoned with. All I've got to say is, look out. Okay. We're going to put these to the side. And all of you, I want you to let me know what you see in the cloth. We're seeing a lot of energy here. And speaking of energy, I can bet you that I'm going to be hearing from Officer John's energy very soon. The energy today was as thick as could be while I was watching this hearing, to the point where it almost made my stomach hurt. I know that he, and I got to tell you this, I love the idea of hearing the sirens in my own mind. It just makes me feel like this is Officer John interrupting things and letting us all know that he is also watching. So thank you so much for letting me know what you see, and let's get started. You know what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put out just a couple of little cards here from House of Zelda. I'm going to make sure that they don't stick, because they do. In this weather, with the heat on and everything else, this is serious. Oh, it sure is, kitty. You bet your little bottom dollar, my darling little kitty. This is serious. The universe knows the truth. Absolutely. And it's going to be coming out. Let's take a couple of these Kipper decks. Kipper cards. I love the Kipper deck, don't you? Change. Oh yeah, there's some change coming. Let me get this into the frame so you can see. Does anyone have chills yet? We're talking about Officer John, and here we are. A mature man. A child. Sudden wealth. Okay, here's what I'm getting from this. The mature man is Meatball. And I'm going to be doing a video on that situation with Attorney Joshua Levy. I am going to make it for members only. So if you are not a member, I invite you to become a member to watch this, because it's going to be something I can't publish for public. Okay, I'm just going to tell you. But the change is coming. There is a brand new beginning here. Absolutely. Because there's going to be a wealth of knowledge. I mean, we learned some things today that Hank Brennan brought out in this hearing that we didn't know. I mean, he literally brought out the feds. He brought out another expert doctor, or I think it was Dr. Riley, expert witness from the Murdoch file, or the case, rather. So this is going to be kind of funky. Let's get these Thelema Lenormand. All right, we're asking spirits, guides, and angels. Where are we? Where do we stand on this? Let me fix my camera, because it just seems like, you see the energy, how it just wants to jump and bop and boop and all these things. All right, so let's do this. One of these days, you know those little EVP things? One of these days, I almost want to put that into a reading. Let me know in the comments. Would you like me to do that, where it might even show, or I mean, you can see the words, you can hear it. Let me know if you would like that. Do you see a similarity? These are cards of commemoration. I'm going to tell you what else this card is. You see this King of Spades right here? The King of Spades is the equivalent to the Hermit card, which is the Virgo, which is a significator card for Virgo and allegedly Brian Albert. More flowers. And the Queen of Spades with this more flowers. Who do you think that queen is? She showed up in another reading again last night. That chick is all over the place. This case is going to be eating, it's just eating everyone up. This is just nibbling at everyone's heels, eating everyone up. This Seven of Clubs is supposed to be a lifelong security, and I believe that that lifelong security that it's talking about is prison. This is a clove and a Six of Diamonds. It's basically saying, look, there's a new beginning coming here. There's new information coming out. Meatball Morrissey knows exactly what's going on, but there's going to be change. There's going to be change. The defense saw exactly what they're up against today. And I can tell you what, Lolly sat there like a little bump on a log, like a little toad on a stool. Alessia actually gave him a shout out at his closing argument today. It said, you know what, if this was a problem, Hanky Panky should have objected a long time ago. Here we are. The King of Pentacles energy. The Queen of Pentacles, that's Auntie Bev. And the Eight of Pentacles. This is advice for the defense to stay consistent, to stay on it, to not give up. Don't slack. Don't think that there's not going to be any foul play. I'm going to say that. Because this chick right here, she's at the helm. Do I think she's going to allow Dr. Russel? I think she will, only because she did the last time. This is a spring timing card. We're going to be into spring before this case goes to trial. It's going to go to retrial, April 1st, if it makes it. That is Karen. This is a card that basically says this past, all this mess from the past will be drug up again and will be so hurtful, and it will affect the present. There's bitterness, there's resentment. This particular card, once again, says there is a plan. There is a brand new beginning. And I think that brand new beginning is going to come sooner than later. Because I feel that there's going to be some things here that are going to be pretty amazing start happening this month. So I do not want you all to worry. I don't have to say anything. In my opinion, Officer John was there. That is why, and they will discover that. And that is why they are trying so hard to get these experts out, because all they will have left is the Lexus theory. Because we all know, if John had dog bites, that means he was in the house, because they didn't let the dog outside. Somebody would have said that. They've got to get rid of Arca, because Arca proves Karen didn't hit Officer John going in reverse 24 mile an hour, the way Hank presented it today, that did not happen. There's no accident report. There's no anything. All of this will come out in discovery. This is a 10 of diamonds, which is a legal card, and it is a card in which it basically says, look, there's a new beginning. All the facts are on your side. You are going to be progressing. Everything is going to be working out for you. This King of Hearts is this card in which everything, this energy is focused around the house. They're not going to get away with it. They're not going to get away. So I just want to give you some encouragement today. If you saw the thumbnail, yeah, Chloe's bringing toilet paper to the table because I'm going to tell you. Guess who's full of it? This is going to be a wake-up call for many, many people. But I will tell you, I'm going to encourage you. They will not get away with it. I promise. I promise they're not going to get away with it. And that is Petey that you hear. Bottom line, this is laying on, you may as well just say the gurney in the ER. John knows. We'll be hearing from him soon. I have a little tidbit of information I'm going to give to you soon. Maybe Saturday. We'll see how this week goes. But I don't think any of you will be surprised. Maybe you will be shocked. Anyway, I appreciate you being here. I just wanted to calm you. Do me a favor, please. Subscribe, like. We're almost to that 7,000 subscriber mark where we're going to have the giveaway. Comment. That also helps me. And I'm not able to answer everyone's comments sometimes because I love the way you comment. If I heart you, you know I've read it. And believe me, I read each and every one of your comments. But I want you to also know this. We don't have anything to worry about. Karen's got to stay on her toes. The defense has got to stay on her toes. Everything is going to work out okay. I'm going to leave links for you in the description. I'm going to let you know when I hear something more coming up. And please, if you want to join and you haven't joined yet, I'm going to put out a video that's going to be talking about this guy and Joshua Levy. And I think it's going to bring some things together. So anyway, my darlings, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. The method to this madness is this. Do not worry. Don't worry. It's going to work out. It's going to be fine because we all know it's a falsehood and that we're all being lied to. Thanks again for being here, my darlings. I love you and thank you for your support. Bye for now. P.S. If you happen to see this, Mr. Alessi, just know you've got a big fan. And if you like older women, well, give me a call.